Hello the internet, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and we have the first impressions on the Arcana alt, Fortune Made, whatever it's called. Let me lower this a little bit. Such a good soundtrack, but too loud, too loud. There we go. So a lot of things to go through, a lot of damage comparison numbers to go through. Before we go into this video, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, a TLDR is that this is an easy skip for most players. Who can pull on this if you don't have the usual B2 buffers? So your Nayuta, your B8, your Grave, even, well, I wouldn't say Leona is going to be a good comparison. If you don't have the usual B2 buffers, or for example, you even skipped the Christmas Breed, right? Something like that, those B2s, you could be pulling for a copy of Arcana to fill on those raids and for the shotgun team. She will be used not only on Fire Week raids, but also overall on every single raid if you don't have enough buffers for the shotgun team, or you want to be freeing up your other buffers. So let's say we are doing a Fire Week raid next. Your Dodo is still the hyper carry, but you can now free your Grave for a different team, your Breed for a different team, Nayuta can be on a different team, so it's just more options. She's a decent character, but I don't think it's necessary to pull for her. The worst part, in my opinion, about this character, the biggest crime with this character, look at this jiggle. You might be thinking, Sefhi, what is the jiggle? Good question. Good fucking question. I don't know what it is. It's not here, that's for sure. No jiggle. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Arcana, the Fortune Made alt character. She's a pretty good waifu. I think she's really cute. Sadly, no good assets. Awful jiggle. Worst jiggle in the game by far. But her as a buffer works. That's it. Let's start with her skills. Let's start with a little bit of the recommendations on how to build her, and then we'll go into damage number comparisons, since that's like the most important part that the people care the most, I think, you know? When it comes to skills, she's a character that at the moment I can't really recommend going really high on her. Skill 1, there is no reason to go past level 7. This is a skill that at level 10 gives you 13% attack of caster's attack, plus the stack count of precious moments for all shotgun allies. At level 10 is a 13%, at level 7 is a 10%, almost 11%. No reason to get this past level 7. Like, you will have to be the biggest Arcana simp, and then I can see, okay, why you're going there. But if not, level 7 on skill 1, no reason at all, right? Level 7. Skill 2, 7 to 10. Skill 2 is where I will set up all of her moves and all of these mechanics every time she's shooting. She's also giving attack damage to all shotgun wielding allies. At level 7 is a 47%. At level 10, this goes to 55. So it's an 8% increase from 7 to 10. It's pretty decent. Okay, it's not amazing, considering it's, you know, pretty expensive to go to level 10, but it's still pretty decent. It's an 8% increase on attack damage. So skill 2, you can go to level 10 if you are gonna be using her on raids, right? If you're gonna be using her, 7 on skill 1, 7 to 10 on skill 2, and her burst, it's either a 4 or a 10. There is, in my opinion, no in between. Level 4, you got unlucky with her gear. Level 7 to 10 if you got lucky and she is a DPS, if you are running her as a DPS as well, not only as a support character, right? So that's the first thing when it comes to her skills. When it comes to gear, she's an omega simple character to build, and it's one of the good things about her that I like, is that you only care about elemental and attack, nothing else. One line of ammo, it's enough for her to never reload if you are running Bastion. So Cube, Bastion is the best one. If not, go Resilience, but one line of ammo, I got one there. It's enough for her to never have to reload. I got pretty unlucky with the gear. One LA, one ammo, one LA on a 23%, and one LA on a 13%. But I don't know if I want to use more rocks on her, honestly. It's like, and I'm fine. She's just like that. I'm gonna say for her anniversary. I don't think she deserves anything else. So that's for the cube, for the gear, for the skills. A little bit of an early impressions on how to build her. As usual, this is a day one first impressions, so do not take just the final build. I'll make a separate video in a few days, right after our 30 videos on Arcana, on how to actually properly build her. This is the first impressions. That said, let's go into damage comparison numbers, since that is what most people like. We did two things. We did Union range, the most reliable testing method, and also Blacksmith on the Museum, because there is no other boss You could be doing Mother well, I refuse to. You could be doing Train, maybe, because she's always in the same place until you go to phase 2. You could be doing any of those with the Blacksmith. So, when it comes to Union range, and when it comes to Dorothy, this is a character that moves shotguns. And the best shotgun in the game at the moment is going to be Dorothy Serendipity as the hyper carry. The problem with Dorothy is that she still benefits more from running Pierce buffers. So as you can see right now on the screen, we are, every single time we put a Pierce buffer, we are doing just more damage with Doro that way. So Arcana, it is a good buffer. Let's not pretend 8.8 billion on Dorothy is bad damage. It's not, it's fantastic. But Doro specifically still benefits more from Pierce. Like I was saying earlier, what Arcana allows is for simply more team compositions, and so you can put those B2s on other teams now. You can put Aid somewhere else. You can put Nayuta somewhere else. You can put Breathe as a debuffer somewhere else and run double B2 like we ran Crown with Summer Helm. You could be doing Crown with Breathe now as well, right? So she opens up simply more team compositions. It's not a meta character. It's not changing the meta by any means. It's allowing us to just have more options for shotgun for shotgun teams. Pretty good. 8.8 there, 9.7 there. Then I wanted to check on Union range still before we go into Blacksmith. I wanted to check with a normal shotgun, and I was running Nayuta and Arcana. And once again, I just don't think it's necessary to be pulling for her. I don't think she's bad. We're talking about a support character that can make your shotgun hit hard and still has almost the same damage as Nayuta. And obviously the combat difference in combat power here, right? My Arcana having 318 while Nayuta has 436. I think her own damage can be really good if you also get extra dupes, because she scales with dupes for the caster's attack. So if you get more dupes and if you invest in her, she's gonna hit hard and she makes your shotguns hit harder. But as you can see, Soda herself is doing 3.4, 3.3. Even if you were to get more dupes on Arcana, that might be going a little bit higher to, let's say 3.6, whatever it is, close into 4, depending on what you're doing. This is a really bad build Soda. So obviously ignore the low damage because of that. And then I wanted to check on Fire Week just to see how she compares with Breathe. Drake is going from 4.3 with Arcana to 3.9 with Breathe. Breathe is fantastic, still the buffer for fire content, but Arcana specializes on these shotguns, so it's normal she's doing more. So again, not a bad character, works really well. It's just that there is not enough characters or not enough shotguns where you can really slot her and you'll see the difference. And then, like I was saying earlier, when we're talking about bosses, if we talk about bosses, Doro is the only character that matters for shotgun team. And every composition we tried, Doro benefits more from Pierce. Obviously, Arcana is doing Doro make more damage than Nayuta. And again, this is a fully invested Nayuta. So if you have the same investment on Arcana, she will make Doro do more damage, and she herself will do even more damage as well. So 3.5 with Nayuta, 3.6 with Arcana, and then we went into Grave and Aid, and she shoot up to 4.5 and 4 build. So like I said earlier, Doro still benefits more from the Pierce. So if you are missing some of those B2s, she is a good pick, but I will say for the majority of players who already have a good roster, who already have maybe Bunny 8, maybe have Grave already, maybe have Nayuta, maybe have Christmas Breed because they pull for her, I don't think there's a need to pull for Arcana. I think she's a great standard unit. A great character to go into standard to pull for her later until we get other shotguns as well. Now we can go and we can say, oh, the next anniversary banners might be shotguns. If you want to cope, that's up to you. I'm not going to be judging anyone for coping when I am one of the people who copes the most here, right? But I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Now, to clarify, again, because I think it's important to mention it as many times as possible, she's not a bad character. She's most likely a T2 unit. Most likely a T2, maybe a T3. We'll see when we keep testing, but most likely a T2 character. It's very good, but it's just not flexible because the current roster we have and the current meta. So it's a great unit, but when it comes to meta, the majority of people only care about those T0, T1 characters, right? Like the actual Pilgrim level units, the ones that are either changing the meta or being really, really strong and can be used on any team, things like that. So if you don't care about those characters, or if you don't care about endgame, This is an easy skip. If you do like her, we already talked about how to build her. I don't think much is gonna change, but if anything changes, we will make a separate video. I will make the final verdict in a couple days after we keep testing and making a few extra videos on her. That said, enough jumping, enough ranting. That's everything for Arcana, and there is not much to say on the first impressions video. As usual, any questions you guys might have, feel free to leave a comment down below. Good luck with your pool, narrates. I'll see you on the next one.